Hooray.
Oh,
Oh.
We were just playing Battle Block. That game's fucking fun.
Yeah, right?
fucking Brandon was throwing away golden hats. Animal. A fucking
absolute
savage.
So, getting the hat from you was not an accident.
I know it was not
Accidentally
an accident.
dying
You punched me in the spleen
was an
and I
accident.
fell in the water. Nothing about that looked like an accident.
Actually, use a dart. I hit you
Was
from
it a
halfway.
dart? It looked like I didn't register. I just saw I just saw my character do the you know
Get
the
hit
I got
animation?
hit animation, and so I assumed it was just like the spleen punch.
I was able to get it before it disappeared, though, so there's that. I got mad props. Or I got mad hot.
You took the hat and then immediately jumped into the water with it, confining it to the briny deeps of Davy Jones' locker like a fucking animal.
No, it actually just teleports to a different part of the map.
No, it don't. It stays
No,
where you
it's not.
died.
No, it
It's
teleports sometimes.
No.
No.
Really? Last time
whenever
when you
die
died, it
with
teleported.
if it doesn't go away, it stays where you died. That's why you were able to pick it up immediately, and then fell immediately into the water that I got thrown into.
This is
So,
no.
Are you guys optimizing the custom faces that only exist for PC Battle Block?
What do you mean?
I don't know what that means. No. Are you talking
You
about
can
the
make
little
custom faces.
Oh, can you? What? No.
Yeah, you can take any image and you can put it on your character.
What?
God.
We have
Yeah.
not been doing this.
We've just been fucking Thomas Jefferson and George Washington.
That's our latest
Um,
combination. We were Pochi and Tama for a while.
And then we were. What the fuck was I?
What were we last time before we changed?
I think just something random that we found. We're like, hey, let's do this one.
It's usually whatever random bullshit that we get in like the new set of let's spend our gems on random faces. And so this time we both got different guys with the powdered wigs. And so he was Thomas Jefferson and I'm George Washington.
I said you were Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, my TJ? Okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense, UVA and all that.
Yes, sure.
And the jungle fever.
I,
Damn, do have
I
a
didn't
thing
want to
for
say
thick
it.
chicks. She got a big booty, so I call her
a
Big Booty.
Um,
Thank you, 2 Chainz.
Yep.
Truly a man of words.
2 Chainz is just Thomas Jefferson's reincarnation.
I would not be surprised.
So
He's probably related to Thomas Jefferson.
Dog, fuck, a lot of black people are. That man had a problem. just raping everyone.
Thomas motherfucking Jefferson. Still love that Key and Peele skit.
I think one of my favorite Key and Peele skits is fuck, I forgot what it's called. The Cunnilingus class.
No,
Cunnilingus.
Cunnilingus.
Cunnilingus, yeah. God, I don't know why I'm saying that wrong. Fucking hilarious. Just the delivery on every single like emphasis on every other word was fucking hilarious.
I think one of my favorite ones is still the fucking Southern cooking.
I don't think
Let me
I
get,
watched
let me get a rusty tin bucket full of fish heads. Buy that shit in gravy and serve it to me in a newspaper. Let me get a possum spine, stork ankles, and a human foot. You want gravy on that foot? Oh, you gotta have gravy on that foot. What's a human foot without gravy? It ain't food.
I guess we should just get into it. What should we start with? I think Ori comes out first, right? And then it's Megalobox, and Sight comes out last. Comes out Saturdays.
I'm pretty sure that's correct.
So, I want to ask, have I talked about any of these anime so far?
Not yet, and
No.
I am excited for it to hear what you have to
You
say.
did not participate in week 1 because you were a bad member, and then we have
Yeah, I
not,
was a bad member.
yeah,
I was a bad
we
little
haven't
boy.
talked since then, so we have no idea what your opinions are of them.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we'll leave it up to you, Jeffrey. What do you want to talk about first?
Yeah, what are your strongest opinions on?
You want to start happy or you want to start sad?
Where are your
Okay.
where do you want to how
is a
early
good
in the night do
question.
you want to lose your voice?
Is your voice fucked up again?
No.
No, but
He
I'm
was
just
implying
assuming
screaming.
that one of them he's going to have strong feelings about.
Yeah.
I have. Okay, I have strong feelings about all of them.
Really
And
interesting.
Sweet.
they're all phenomenal. Like compared to last season, I love all of these shows so goddamn much.
Yeah.
Really?
They're all so fucking
All
good.
of them?
Interesting.
Yes, all of them have been good so far in my mind.
I would agree with 2 of the 3 for
I
sure.
would agree with 2 of the 3 as well.
All right, I think fucking all right. We'll start with Ore
Okay.
because
Yeah, sure.
that one had me in like the giddiest mood. Like after every episode, except for 3, I didn't care
Really?
much for 3.
Really? That was
it
the only
was
part where I
good
started to like
backstory.
it.
For me, the
was-
second
it was
was yeah. Out of the 3, the second was the best in my opinion because the third kind of
The
dragged on for.
second was the best. So
Yeah.
coming off of the tentacle demon, it just oh my god, it was so fucking like I never laugh out loud to shows. I multiple times I just laughed out loud. Probably seemed like a crazy person because I'm all alone here, but oh my fucking god, this show is so ridiculous and it's great, and everything about it is really good. I just I think the animation. All right, so I'm comparing a lot of this to last season,
Makes sense. Yes.
which
Yeah.
by the end I didn't like any of the shows,
Yeah.
and I think in terms of animation, Ore is it's really good, and in story so far more things have happened in these 3 episodes than in any of the shows that we watched
Yeah.
last season.
Yeah.
In what? Ore?
Yeah, Ore. I think more stuff is actually properly I feel
There's
better
been
about
plot points?
watching these than any of the others for sure.
I would disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blow Ore so hard as to say it's already done more than any other show in 3 episodes. A grand total of 2 things have happened, and it was the same thing in 2 separate occurrences. Let's be real.
And it was great though.
I would say
both of
yes,
them
it
were
was.
amazing.
I'm
things
with
to
you.
happen.
It was a good show, but I'm not gonna blow it yet. I'm gonna. It has to take me out to dinner a few more times before I'm willing to get down on my knees.
It's gotta do it twice, 1 for each girl.
No, I'm way too easy with quality shows. First date.
Jeffrey's just ready for both of them right now.
Yeah.
It's fucking plot twist with alright. When in episode 2 where the I don't know the guy's name. The
Just
guy
call
who
him the
turns them
Yakuza
into
guy.
girls though, into the men though. When he
The
calls the
mascots.
when he turns the dark-haired girl tit girl, I started laughing so much. That's her only definable feature. It's oh yeah, you with the tits. Declare who you love.
She's also
She's
she's also you, homo, the lesbian.
Yeah.
Surprise! It's Yuri now. I
It
was
is
actually
so-
I was expecting surprise incest. I'm glad that they went the other way.
You
Yeah.
You were expecting Wincest?
A little bit, yeah. I was like, oh, are they gonna
I
do
was not
incest?
expecting incest.
I was not expecting that.
I was not. If you put the 2 the anti-reaction characters together, you can't have there's no Wincest there. There would just be
Very true.
blank stares and then nods, and that was it.
No, bullshit. Because this 3rd episode shows that wouldn't be the case. Because they have that handshake, and that handshake, in my opinion, was one of the highlights of the 3rd episode, where he's got that just that blank, fucking One Punch Man face, and it pans
Yeah.
over to her, and she's got that JoJo thing going on. With the dark lines and the very chiseled face.
You're talking about the end where she's like, "I will be your rival" or whatever.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my
I
god.
remember what you're talking about.
A lot of these gags are just top, very funny. Did you guys notice in the 2nd episode when the Yakuza guy hands her the staff? When it's in that wrapping paper, that's an actual photograph of something wrapped up in real
Yeah.
film.
I didn't even notice.
It's hold on. If you look in
That-
ABC Club chat, scroll up. I have a picture.
Yeah.
There's
I
also
remember
followed by
I
another
saw
picture.
That. I'm like, what,
Followed by another
what am
picture.
I looking at?
That is a hell of a picture.
That was. I'm glad. I'm sad. I mean that ending
Yeah.
is no longer in it. But I like this ending because it looks pretty. It really looks nice.
They actually do it a second time when she eats her breakfast.
Yep, with the breakfast part too. Yep,
Yeah.
that one's a little bit more blatant. This was a bit harder to see because the foreground and the background look kind of similar in color. But yeah, I think another show by the people that made Monogatari also did something similar, where some girl's like just holding up a cabbage, and it's just a picture of a cabbage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's just a photo of a cabbage.
I know that the cabbage thing is like a thing in anime.
Yeah.
I don't remember what started it as the thing.
I forgot what show it was, but it was like the show that like the animators were just so bored or like not paid enough that they just drew a cabbage and it was a green circle.
It was just a green circle with like black lines, like black circles inside of it, and they were like, "It's a cabbage," and everybody was like, "This is fucking lazy as fuck." And so now, like the hallmark of your quality animation has to be at some point some character will cut a cabbage, and it has to like you are judged on how good your cabbage looks.
How many cabbages out of 5 does this get?
And that, of course, led into, the parodies of it, where they're just, like, hold up, like, a picture of a cabbage from, like, real life.
Yep. Fucking hilarious. What else was there? Do you guys have any other comments for Ore?
I was really iffy going into, like, second episode, like, halfway. It's like, maybe we're gonna end up dropping this. Then it just started, like, picking up. Like, wow, no. We're keeping this.
Really? In my first episode, I knew I didn't want to drop it in my first episode, just because Scott has that part where she grabs the staff and she's literally beating motherfuckers with it. That's the first episode, right?
It was.
Or second?
Yes. It's like, well, we have this staff for you. It's like, all right, cool. She points out it does nothing. It doesn't do anything. Well, you can beat them to death with it, and then it cuts to her like covered in blood. I fucking love that scene.
Yep. They do it again where fucking Blue Girl becomes Fist of the North Star and just starts like slashing people.
Oh yeah, she gets the salt.
Yeah.
Yep. You were saying something, Nick?
It's a good show, and I've been enjoying it. But like, it's been really. The episodes have had a huge divide in them of like how much I've enjoyed them. Yeah. Like a lot of the episodes have been like 50% it's great, and 50% I fucking hate everything.
The singing,
like
was
like
it
the last episode with like it was clearly divided in the last episode between like present day, I liked it, flashback, fucking hated all of it.
I had to skip a majority of that flashback,
but it was.
Oh no, I had to.
I mean, it just dragged. Like nothing happened. Yeah. It wasn't comedy. Like it didn't like tone wise. It didn't go with the rest of the episode. Like for what I was expecting, the back half of that episode was not what I wanted.
No,
and
the
it's
back
done
half
that like every
First
episode has had like 50% of the show of every episode has been great, and the other 50% has been fucking horrible. And so like, I don't know. I've enjoyed it. I like it. I want to keep watching it, but it's just I'm not a huge fan of how they're doing it.
I'm with you on the divide. Yeah, definitely.
Although at least they ended the flashback on a very kind of comedic note.
Yeah. Fucking title cards.
Yeah. So how do you like me in a sexual way? Oh well, I guess there's no ambiguity anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the writing's pretty good. I am enjoying it too.
I do appreciate that little like I like you in a sexual way. And it's like this is how you do comedy. Like there's no like maybe she just means as a friend or something. It's very clear like yes, Yuri confirmed. There is no subtext. It's all overtext.
Oh, like the elephant noise when she's comparing her for her Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes. Oh.
I was trying to follow her like when she was doing her calculations, but all I got was that she was using pi a lot, and I think she was using it as a variable.
Yes.
And yes.
Pi is a variable, and I was like, I fucking hate you. Why are you doing this?
I was like, what's going on?
Pi is a number. It's not a variable.
This goes against everything I know.
You could use uppercase pi, which looks very similar to lowercase pi.
But it's also a variable. Well, I guess it depends on like
uppercase pi. Not really.
It depends on like what you're doing though.
Uppercase pi is technically an operator for
sum.
Fuck. It's a form of sum.
Oh no, it's a geometric sum.
Yeah, there you go. It's not the normal one. It's sigma is a Riemann sum, in which it's a sum of a series. Math.
Yeah.
Nick knows a lot about it.
I think the geometric sum, I forgot what it's used for. I had to use it a couple times.
I used to have to know it.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I learned it in Calc 2 or 3, I forgot.
That sounds familiar, but I have...
It's fucking awful, I hated it.
It was annoying.
That's all I remember. Yeah.
And then Riemann sum is, used for integral, or for integration, and then...
Riemann sum gets used for everything.
Yeah, literally. You can also use it to calculate decimals and probabilities or something like that. I forgot. But anyways, Riemann sub, it's useful. If you're learning it, don't forget it because it's going to be important.
Don't do what I did and spend 50% of your time in class just writing random bullshit notes in your margin.
No.
Wherein I drew the quote-unquote cool S and then wrote shout out to middle school in the margins of my math notes at one point.
At some point, like I caught myself drooling in class.
The worst part was I sat at the front of the class, so I'm like almost confident that the professor knew that I was like not paying attention. And like it wasn't like we had assigned a seat. Like I chose to sit there.
Ooh,
yeah.
You chose?
I chose to sit there. I technically sat in like the front all the way on the left.
Oh,
so I was like all the way in the corner. But still, I'm in like the front of the class. I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
You weren't like dead center front.
No,
I wasn't. You should have chosen the back left of the class. That's where all the cool kid anime kids sit.
Yeah, so you could stare out the windows. We did have windows over in the back left. I could have sat there and tried to be a protagonist.
No, my Calc 3 class had no windows. I was just kind of like in the middle somewhere. And like
my Calc 3 class did not have any windows either. My Calc 2 class did.
I never really like fall asleep like in during the day. But when I was in class, like sometimes I would like actually nod off where my head would like start tilting back and like I get that reaction like I was falling and then like I'd suddenly jolt up and wake up and just feel like I was like just free falling. It was very strange.
I always wonder what that was like sitting in front of class, dead center, in like something important like science or math.
Just pick any other seat. It's the
same. Fucking awful.
Yeah, it's I almost always sit in front row. Sometimes I'll sit in the middle. It's not any different than anywhere else.
Yeah. I sit like kind of like usually 2 or 3 rows back from the center or from the front, but usually like kind of center-ish because it's easier on my head to look at the board. It's not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if the professor's going to call in anybody, they're as likely to call in somebody as the center as anywhere else.
Yeah. And like, all right, I'd probably argue that they call more towards the back because they know the people at the front like are like. This stereotype is more there to pay attention, so they'll call on people who they don't know, like who don't know the answer.
At that point, I think it depends on the teacher and like what they want.
Yeah,
to do. Like
I think some teachers also just want to make sure that people are paying attention, so they will call on people in the front to like get the right answer said.
Yeah. Also, sometimes they just really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Depends on your teacher, boys and girls.
And then we had the one teacher who made class participation mandatory, and so she scrambled like the list of everybody in the class, and then every day when she had like a question for somebody, she would randomly pick people off of the list. So you knew that if you got called, you were good until everybody got called and the list renewed. And it was fucking horrible because she was calling based on like the readings every day. This was for my inorganic, or not my inorganic. Fuck, what was it? It was thermodynamics, is what it was. It was thermodynamics in chemistry, basically. And so we were like, you had to do the readings every day if there was a chance that you could get called. And so, like, every day I would do the readings, and every single time in class that it was like a day that I was going to get called, or like, a day that I could get called, everybody was like, what is, and then she'd be like, what is fire? And then like, hot. And then she's like, yes. And she wanted somebody else to like, describe water. And they'd be like, wet. And they're like, yes. And then she'd look at me and be like, Nick, give us a 5-minute summary on the principles of entropy and how they apply to melting snow with salt. And I'm like, I fucking hate you.
The thing does another thing.
Go fuck yourself.
The energy in the system kind of like goes around it.
Yeah. Like every single time it was like Nick gets the hardest fucking question in existence and other people just get like fucking lob shots. And I'm just like, I hate everybody. Why is this happening to me? Am I cursed?
Sounds like all those Drake and Josh moments when Drake's getting called on by that one teacher.
I don't remember a lot of that show very well. I remember that it was a show, and every once in a while I'm like, I liked that show. Maybe I should try and rewatch it. And then I never get around to like trying to find a way to rewatch Drake and Josh.
I don't think there is a good way. I think Hulu has them, but the episodes, but I don't know. But I
know that the only thing I know about this show is that somehow Josh Peck was the one who went on to have a successful career.
Yeah, I still don't know how that happened.
He got in shape and he actually like he's a good-looking man.
Well, also, I think he's a better writer. Like, in terms of... I think he writes his show. Like, he's a writer for his show.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's called Grandfathered on NBC?
I don't know. I just know that he went on to have a career.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think Drake Bell went on to
Get in a car
basically
accident.
trash his career.
He got in a car accident, and now he can't play music or guitar.
Oh, that's what it was? Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
So also, yeah.
Rips a dream.
Rip the dream. Also, rips, rest in peace, Trey. Trey. I'm not even gonna try to say his name. Mr. Mini-Me from Austin Powers died.
Oh, Vern Troyer?
Yeah, Vern Troyer. I think I was getting his, like, the first letter, like, flipped. So I think it was called, I tried to call him Turn
You were calling him
Voyeur.
Trey or something, and I was like, where are you going?
It's Vern Troyer, not Turn
Vern
Voyeur.
Troyer. Not, yeah, whatever the fuck you were going for.
And then fucking Gunny from
Yeah,
Full Metal Jacket
died.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep, that was about last week.
Damn.
I need to watch Full Metal Jacket again. Fuck, I love that movie.
It is a solid 2 movies in one.
Yeah. That split always, like, fucking confused me when I was younger. Or not even younger, like 4 years ago when I watched
It
it.
still confuses me. I
It is,
don't
like-
understand. It's such a shift.
Yeah, it goes from, like, somewhat comedic, like, boot camp to everything fucking sucks.
We're gonna sing Mickey Mouse March as
Yep.
Vietnam burns down.
We're killing poor people in Vietnam. And that was the movie.
$5 sucky sucky.
$5?
Love you long time.
Jeff, which one do you want to talk about next?
Yep, up to you, Jeffrey.
Let's talk about Sight next.
Okay.
Okay.
I liked this show. I think it's probably the weakest of the 3, in my opinion, but it's good. I'm enjoying it. It's dark. It's like depressing as fuck in the first episode.
It was, and then it lost all credibility for me in the second episode where they had that one psycho girl, and I hated her. Yep, I knew Alex was gonna react like that.
I fucking laughed out loud so hard.
I
Is
sighed.
this
I
the
was
character
like,
that you were referring to, Brendan?
pink
The one you
haired,
hate?
the one that like started to fucking talk in that Matsuri voice, and I started to get flashbacks,
Oh
and like
my god.
I was filled with unbridled rage. And then she stopped her voice and talked normally, and I was like, okay, I'm a little bit okay with this, but I still hate you as a character, and I hope you actually die.
You fucking Blondie goes, you should just kill this garbage. Proceeds to cut this girl's throat. She's garbage, but you shouldn't kill her. It's like, what the fuck?
I'm not talking about that. That was something different.
No, he's talking
Talk about pink
the
hair dude, the pink hair girl.
pink hair fucking H-cup tits.
Yeah.
Oh, her, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's like I don't think she's going to be like she's going to be a plot device. I don't think she's going to be a major character though.
No,
I think
but
she's gonna die.
then the character gets basically reincarnated with blue-haired girl, who's basically the
That's
same
what
thing.
I thought you were upset about. I thought you were upset.
I thought you were
with
upset
Blue
about
Hair.
Blue Girl too.
I don't like blue
Well, no,
girl
but
that
like
much.
she's actually like you can understand her morals.
Yes, at least
a little bit more.
she has
Like,
like
she has a proper
reason.
story to it.
Yeah.
She's like a pop star. She has to act like that.
Yeah, she does. But
I mean,
I just
She has
shit.
to act like that in public. She doesn't act like that at home.
Yep.
With her
Well, at
fucking
home,
mind control
she was
people, but
half
she continues to
psychopath.
do it. She was half psychopath, but the other half was like obnoxiously fucking effervescent.
Yeah. I'm just not a fan of that like very like high pitched voice. I just think it's so annoying and it grates my ears.
I've gotten used to that.
I cannot get used to
little
it,
bit,
and
yeah.
I hope to God I never fucking get used to it because it's one of the most annoying things in this fucking world.
I mean, I don't know why, but like that voice is not annoying to me. For me, it's fucking helium sucking trying to sound like Pikachu.
That's what this was.
No,
It wasn't
no.
quite that bad.
It wasn't that
It
bad,
also,
but
also when that's combined with speaking really softly, that just annoys the shit out of me.
yeah, I'm not a fan of like the really soft voice and high pitched voice either.
I will
Yeah.
say though, the dog idols threw me through a loop. I was
Oh
not.
God, yeah.
That was a little
Oh,
weird. I was.
It's,
They were throwing billboards at us last time in the second episode about that, and I was
Yeah, I
like,
figured
I don't
they were
know
gonna
where this is going. They were like dog play, and I was like, I wonder how serious they're gonna be into the dog thing. Dude, they were like all in. They had like fucking dog sonas.
yeah.
Oh my God! And like the fans are our master. I was like, oh god, please
Take us
don't.
home with you.
Jesus
And
Christ.
then, okay. Side note: did anybody else watch the ending?
Oh my god. I watched like
yeah.
halfway
Anybody else
through.
in a fit of fucking just like shock watch all 90 seconds of that ending?
I watched like 60 and then I was like, I'm just tired.
I watched clips of it just to see what it was.
Anyways, though, props to this show for having some really cool endings. I didn't really like them, but at least they're different and interesting.
They are.
Did they change anything for the second one? I don't think they did.
I don't think so.
I actually did not see that one.
I watched up until the point where it becomes real life again, and I was like, okay, I remember this, and I just stopped watching.
I'm pretty sure they did the same for this. They kept the second one the same, but this one with the fucking live action music video
Yeah.
using, I'm pretty sure,
did see
Blue Heron's voice actor. That was
Maybe.
a
Probably.
lot.
It was a lot, but they committed. And
They did. I'm not certain I was digging it. It was something.
I can dig it for the art factor, but I don't
Last
like
There
it.
was one.
It's gonna be all live action.
Yeah. Oh my god, if that happens,
Oh,
this
that'd
is just gonna shoot straight up to 5 out of 5 for being like the most meta shit ever.
Either that or like near the very end, there's gonna be a white flash and all the characters become live action.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe
is
that's
it-
what Tempest is.
Oh my god.
Tempest is we enter the real world.
No, they've run out of
Just
they've ran out of the
voice actors
budget.
in costume.
Okay,
Like-
I'm gonna make a prediction that Tempest is going to be the fucking weeb guy. That's my guess right away.
Oh.
I
I
don't think
hope
so.
not.
Really?
I think so. I think that's who they're going to make the the. I think they're going to need a physical form for Tempest, and it's going to be him.
I mean, if anybody, it's way more likely going to be either the
brother.
red-haired girl or the brother.
I think
No,
the
the
red
red-haired girl is going to become a magical girl because
Yeah.
Tempest is using the magical girls killing magical girls. Like Tempest wants something from that,
No.
and so he's going to make her just a magical what?
No, Tempest. The Tempest is something different. Not
Yeah,
the
Tempest
admin.
is not the guy. Tempest is not the thing.
Yeah,
It's
Oh,
not the ad.
what-
And the
Tempest
admin
is
is
an
not
event.
Tempest.
Yeah,
Tempest
it
is
is-
an event.
it is an
Oh,
event
okay.
or maybe it's a thing, like an actual
Yeah.
person thingy.
Yeah.
But it's an
So
event.
if there is a harbinger, an antichrist figure that accompanies Tempest, I think it's way more likely going to be either red hair or more likely the brother.
I think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be red hair. I think she's gonna be a magical girl, like just a magical girl, nothing really special. She just wants to kill black-haired girl because she didn't let her kill him to begin with, because she's a piece of shit.
Yeah, she didn't allow herself to get raped,
Yeah,
and
that
she
too.
killed her friends.
And her cat.
That's right.
Let's not forget
Yeah.
the cat, because that's the
Yeah,
thing.
no. I
Yo, the
I'm a
moment I
little
saw
sad
that
that they
box,
just
I was
didn't
like,
have the
whatever's in
right
that
info.
box is gonna die.
Oh yeah, it's like, I'm getting some Elfin Light feels back now. That cat gonna die.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
parallels to Madoka Magica though, especially to the
There
whole
is.
Tempest shit. What was it called? What was it? Madoka Magica was a Walpurgis or something? Walpurgis something?
Yeah,
Walpurgis Night.
Walpurgis Night.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably better way to say it. Yeah, Witch's Night. But they can't use that because this is a different show. So they
Her
should call it
brother
Tempest.
constantly getting blue balled.
Blueballed is a
Oh.
strong way to phrase that.
that is
a hell of a
some
way to phrase that.
some way to describe it.
I don't know if I've ever heard not being able to beat up your fucking sister as being blueballed before.
I mean, did you see his face? It's like, gotta hold it in.
That's,
Gotta
that's
hold
another thing that made me lose complete credibility for the show was that stupid ass face. I was like, is this a comedy now? What the fuck's going on?
Well, I mean, it's got to cut the tension somehow. It can't all be let's kill kittens and have
There's
people
only
slit
so
people's
much
throat.
you can do.
Not even so much you can do.
Pat-
A good way to cut the the horror or the drama in this one was with the girl and the blonde haired girl and the black haired girl, becoming closer friends when when they're walking down the fucking street. That was a good way to cut the tension.
Oh, I'm
Not
not talking
how-
about that. I'm talking about escalation of murder animal. Okay. Your brother is abusing you, and your parents don't really give a shit. Next up is just rape. Whenever that happens,
Well, that was about to
which
happen.
which I was fully expecting when she shows them her slave dudes. Is like, and she's pulling down pant, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I could just control anyone by saying." It's like, "Oh, this is where it's gonna go." I mean,
So now we all know what Alex would do with that power.
Jesus Christ.
You know where Alex is
No,
gonna go
like
with the ability to control
that's
people.
where that usually goes. It's like,
I don't think that's true.
That's a different form of art where it usually goes there, Alex.
no, just
Alex,
like
you're confusing
line
mediums,
there.
Alex. Come back to the real world.
no, I'm just saying like like escalation of fucked up shit. That
I'm with you.
happen.
I'm with you, but you got to remember in the line divider between anime and hentai, you're swinging the pendulum towards the hentai sort of thing. We're still on the anime sort of things.
My
The
prediction.
I'm going to mind break you into rape thing doesn't really happen over here.
Oh, I was not mind break, just like regular rape.
Oh, thank God for specifying.
It makes it so much better. I like to know what the lines are.
Check your privilege.
You're right. I should check my privilege. You're absolutely right. I'm
God,
having like
this
a
is
privileged
what
chat
kind of
over
rape he
here.
was talking about.
This is some college fraternity.
Sorry. He's Asian. I assumed. I was wrong, Alex. I assumed that you were into mind break shit because of Killing Bites and your comment about it
Oh
last
no,
time.
I am.
I'm not
Don't get me
surprised.
wrong. But I'm just offended that you would assume that.
Okay.
I'm offended that you know me so well to know exactly what I'm into.
Well, one, Alex, he's not. Words, I don't know them. He knows you enough. Fuck it. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I've only known you for 5-6 years now.
Yeah, about.
So, I think at some point in those last 5 or 6 years, I've begun to come to understand the kind of hentai that you fucking just...
But out of baseless accusations.
It's not baseless, though.
Baseless.
He knows who you are.
It's based on very many things, Alex.
Yes.
Yeah. Based on the last conversation we had about porn, in which the great line from Alex of, she's Asian, and she's not crying, so I can get my dick hard. I had to mute my mic and lose my shit on my own for a while.
Here's the thing, though. We were talking about real porn.
We were talking about real porn.
Yeah.
That is true. We were absolutely
Yes.
talking about real porn.
So is it 1-to-1?
Does
Does it map straight to hentai as well, though? Or are there different rules? Tell us, Alex.
Tell us.
Wait, what? You broke up a little bit there.
Yeah, what was the question?
Oh, is it 1-to-1? Does it map straight along with hentai? Porn and hentai?
What, do porn and hentai tastes map to each other, or do
Yeah,
what
yeah,
in
that's-
Japanese
yeah.
porn map to?
Oh, God.
No.
Yeah, I'm with Dojin connoisseur over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree that like you generally people's taste
Man,
for
fine taste.
men of fine tastes for the visual or for the
Visual medium.
drawn medium.
Yeah.
If I'm reading a girl crying, I would not give a shit. If I have to audibly hear a girl cry, it's like, okay, this is.
This is getting way too real. This
This is too far.
It's
She's
like,
actually crying. I'm not
It's
a
like-
monster.
it's like.
Now,
No, it's like she's crying. The guy is like kind of being sympathetic, so it slows down.
There's no
a little
sympathy
bit.
in rape. What?
No, I'm talking about like when just like
all this touchy-feely
crying.
bullshit is getting me down. I'm only at half mast. Time to go back to my NTR mind break. Haha, man of culture I am.
Now the real question is if the guy who gets cuckolded gets into it too.
Oh God.
What we're talking
This
about?
is session 2 in Alex, Dojin connoisseur.
Right. Jack,
Back to
your
sight.
thoughts?
Yeah, go.
Thoughts on what?
On
What
anything.
specifically?
On anything.
About sight, I guess?
Yeah.
Sure.
On the general like plot as it stands right now.
I'm fine with it. I think it's a pretty good plot. You know, fucking while you guys were talking, something occurred to me. Going back to Ore real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for like the finale when like both of the magic girls are defeated and then the mom has to
Oh
step
my
back.
god. There was a tease
yeah.
in the ending of this one.
I want her to be super swole. Wait, there was a tease for it, and I missed it?
Yes, there's a tease where she's like standing in front of like a sheet drying, and like she's holding a staff, and in the background, her shadow makes the figure of a man of her transformed form.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
in
want it
the
to
opening
happen.
and the ending. I don't remember.
Ending.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't watch the end.
You don't see like what she actually looks like. It's just the shadow, so you
Yeah,
get like
the
the
silhouette.
profile of it, so you can't tell how jacked she is. But I'm with you, Jeff. I'm hoping that like the mom has to step in at some point, and she's just fucking shredded.
Dude, she has to have a beard, like a
I
beard.
want her to be like
Oh my God.
like 6'5", like 250 pounds of just pure muscle.
Oh, she's from the Armstrong family.
I want her to come in. I basically want Gronk to show up. I want Gronk to come Gronk spike on somebody.
Oh, something else.
That is what I'm looking forward to the most in that show. Like one of the things I'm looking forward to. As
Agreed.
long as they keep on fighting demons, though, like even if it's just them fighting demons for the rest of the show, I will be satisfied.
That reminds me, you should
As
really.
long as the comedy keeps up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. It's been like each episode has had like good moments of comedy.
Yeah, they've had good moments with the like more than just they're women in men's bodies. Like they're doing a little bit more than that.
Well, doing a
Little
lot,
bit,
in my opinion.
But
Fuck. Anyways, if you watch to the end with the end card, some of those end cards are like fucking creepy, dude.
Dude, they're fucking demented.
I love them.
It's like it is such. I'm not gonna fault it because it's at the end and it's like an optional thing to look at. So it's not like the tone shift is like throwing me out of the episode. But like for what the show is, those end cards are just fucking out of left field.
I really like them. I really love like the very creepy and sinister thing they have going on. Especially with this one, with like the two of them carrying each other, and one of them's like turning into the tentacle monster. That was fucking cool.
damn, I gotta start watching the endings for that one.
It's
Yeah.
not, it's not an issue.
Yeah.
End card.
Oh.
Oh, shout out to
The
gamers
end
end cards. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, those gamer eye grabs though, I miss those.
Oh jeez.
This was before your time, Jeffrey. It was just all like, it was
There
just all
was-
bikini shots basically.
It really
It like
was.
started off fairly like okay, and then it started to escalate, and then it shoots up with fucking Tendo's, and was it Tendo, the blonde haired girl?
I think so.
Yeah, with her
Yeah.
end card, and then it kind of stabilized a little bit, but that was a shock.
There was one that was like, if it was real life, it would have been like there would have been nipple, like it was basically porn, and it was just like colored out.
I'm talking about the one where she's like has her legs like where it's behind her, and she has like her legs lifted up, and she's like lying on her stomach.
I'm thinking of the other one with
Oh, is it the one where she's like playing on the arcade?
It was Seaweed Head right after the haircut.
On the
where
arcade, right?
She's like playing the arcade.
Oh,
And it's
I remember
like-
that one.
Yeah.
That one was that was up there too. Do you remember, Alex?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Jeffrey, you should watch Gamers. You'd like it. It's a very funny show.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I know you guys talk about like that's the one you talk about a lot. Like of all the shows that you've watched for Anime Book Club, that's the one you guys keep on mentioning. So
That's
it
really when
seems to
Anime Book
be
Club really
the
started.
highest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely the most comedic show we've seen.
Yeah.
That's good.
Ore's making like I don't know what I'm. Fuck words. What are the words I'm trying to?
It's making an attempt at matching how good Gamers was,
Yeah,
but it has a ways to go, in my opinion.
Yeah.
yeah. It needs to have like that episode with just had me rolling. It
Yeah.
needs to match that same episode, or else it's
I don't
gone.
think it can, but
I don't know if it can.
Yeah, like it set it up so well.
Dude, it was the 9-dimensional chess confession scene followed by fucking the game of life.
Everything goes wrong.
That was so good.
Yo, Seaweed Head, best girl, in my opinion.
Oh, that show was excellent.
Moving on, back to Sight. They're doing a really good job with the sound with the sound of this show. I think, like the ominous tone that the brother has when he enters the room, and like also the other ominous kind of rumbles that they have throughout the episode in this one, I thought were fantastic. I really like it.
Yeah. I think they definitely do a good job with sound design.
Any
I'm
comments?
usually watching them at 2 times speed because it's like, oh, I have to watch it before I go to work, or like I get home from work and I still have to watch a thing before book club. I could just watch them like a day early, like a normal person, but no. So I'm usually watching them at 2 times speed, but even still, like I feel like that comes across, like it still comes across well, and like yeah, like she's fucking terrified or she's miserable. Like you can read a situation just based on the sound.
Yeah, that's one of the end cards, Jeffrey, in the chat right now.
I don't remember the sound design out of sight amazingly well, but I think it was okay.
Yeah.
It didn't like strike a chord with me in the way that Megalobox did.
Oh my god, we're gonna talk about that soon.
Satisfactory.
Oh, are we going to talk about Megalobox now?
Should we just start jerking each other off over Megalobox?
Yes,
over
sir.
the chiseled
Let's
body
form
that
a
is
circle,
Joe.
boys. Everyone, stretch your right hand out.
Megalobox.
I gotta stretch real quick. Make sure I'm ready for this.
Yep, go ahead, Jeffrey, because you're gonna be the first one to talk about it, because we haven't heard your opinion yet.
Yeah.
I fucking love this show so goddamn much.
Oh my god.
It is so good.
It
it is
is.
like everything between
down,
how it looks, the story. Like, okay, let me compare it to the last season's comparable anime.
Just don't. Why? Sight and Killing Bites
so
have...
much better.
No, let him go. Let him
Okay,
go. Let him go.
go.
All right. So they do the same thing, and then they establish like, oh yeah, he's a pretty good person, and then let's have him face the main bad guy. In Killing Bites, she wins, and it's like, okay, like who the fuck cares then if she beat the top competitor? In this one, he like actually puts up a fight. He still gets demolished, but it's like, oh, like he's actually pretty good. Like he's good enough where it's believable that he can compete and win in this tournament, and we actually care about it. But in Killing Bites, it's like we don't care because we already know she can just destroy anyone in like one hit because she did it with the person who was already declared as the best. And this like it sets him up as like, yes, he's failable, like he can fail, but we want to see him train and win, and he does train. Like it feels like he's been training for a while, and when he beats that one guy with in the most recent episode, he like doesn't I don't fight with gloves.
Yeah.
If like he wins the fight and it feels so earned. Like this is just some like trash guy, like no one really gives a fuck about him. He was like, oh, I was number like 70th place or something like that before. Like
96.
who gives a shit? Like this guy's just some, scummy guy. And he still like puts up a pretty good fight against our main character. And so it like whenever I feel like that leads up to the feeling whenever our main hero wins a fight, it's going to feel so much earned because it doesn't feel like, even if he wins every fight from here on out, like it'll still feel like each one of those is earned because, it's presumably none of these fights are just going to be super easy like Killing Bites. And so, and I know, I remember, Nick, you mentioned it when we talked about the first episode. Mm-hmm. I didn't think the stream lights, like when he was riding the motorcycle and the lights going behind him, there were 2 instances of that. And the first one I thought, yeah, that was kind of bad. But in the second one where he crashes and the lights go in like 2 different directions, I thought was a really nice, just like effect to show like the chaos of a crash. I love that show.
That one I was fine with. It was the
first time.
It was when the car. It was when the regular car like drives off.
Oh.
And it's like a static shot of him just watching the car leave. And it's like the lights are just there for so long, and they add nothing to the scene. Like it's just visual noise on the left side of your screen that just sits there. It's just red lights as they kind of like go off into the distance, and I just did not like it because it's like you're just taking away from what this static shot is supposed to represent. By having this disgusting red.
It depends if the next shot had something like over or like in the same position as the red lights. The red lights might be there to like draw your attention to it. I would have to see it to like make a point about it, but that's something that they might have been doing. But once again, I have no basis for this because I don't remember the next shot after that.
Same.
But it's a possibility.
That was the specific shot that I just did not like about the light drag. Was as that car pulled away in the rain.
Anyways, yeah, this is a good underdog story. Like it's starting off really well.
Yeah, all the characters are super likable too. Like even like at first I kind of hated the scummy like manager for our main character.
Yeah, the trainer.
But like I like him now. Makes sense.
I like him as a character, but he's still kind of a shitty person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I'm pretty sure
I'll
exactly
say
what they're going
that.
for.
I need to. I still haven't. I'm kind of like him as well. I usually end up loving like the super scummy people, but he's doing all right.
Yeah, well, according to the ending, which is I like the ending, but anyways, in the ending and in the opening, they show the symbols like a dog, a dragon, a spider, and a lion. We know who 3 of those are, but I think the dragon is the Yakuza guy he's been talking to, and those are going to be like the 4 who are going to be in the tournament. It's a Junk Dog or Joe, Pepe Iglesias, who's a spider. He's called Spider in the show. The lion is most likely Yuri, and then there is the dragon, and we saw the guy with he's got the dragon tattoo. So I think it's gonna be all 4 of them.
You're talking about the guy who gives him the citizen card, right?
Yeah, the mafia dude.
Okay, interesting. It'd be weird to see him be in the fight.
It would be.
I don't think he's going to be in the fight, but
maybe someone with.
Mm.
I don't know, because as of right now, he's the only one with the dragon tattoo, so I can only say it's him.
I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Because it would tie into like at the very end, I'm kind of expecting them to want Joe to take a fall, and so if he's in the fight, I can understand then why they wanted to take the fall.
Yeah, that's probably what they're gonna do. Either he takes the fall, or they tell everyone that he's not actually a citizen, so he gets disqualified.
Something like that.
That's what I'm.
Do you think he's going to win Megalobox? Do you think he's going to win in the end?
I don't know.
I
think it's going to become like they are like not highlighting the kind of shitty situation that everyone is in the slums. So they might kind of do this thing where he becomes kind of like a symbol for the slums, where he's trying hard, and him not winning is okay because it kind of starts a movement within the slums to want a better life. They might start doing something like that. I'm not too sure, but it's possible. Because this show also has kind of like a cyberpunky feel to it, with the whole city overlooking the slums over the over the river.
Yeah,
it's been
I think it's
done a very good job at setting up the underdog story.
Mm-hmm.
It's very believable. I liked that the fight with Yuri. It was like he put up a good fight, but Yuri was also fighting at like a disadvantage with the one hand. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, he had the one, like, if I had been going full power, or if you hadn't brought in your other hand, you would have gotten knocked out. And it's like, yeah, but if he was fighting with 2 hands, you never would have gotten that shot. So like, it sort of evens out in my head in the end to still be like, Yuri is that much better than you. So like, they're doing a very good job at making it a believable underdog story.
Well, yeah, make it believable. Like, he might actually have something there to work with to become a better boxer or megalo boxer.
And I like that they didn't just go like with the crutch of like give him the good gear.
Yeah.
In the newest episode, it like breaks apart and it like falls apart, and it's like I don't think they're gonna get it back together in time for the fight, and so it'll be interesting to see like what they go with.
What I think is going to happen is that they're going to use pieces from both the new gear and the old gear, and jerry-rig it.
Absolutely, okay.
Because you need gear to like fight.
Yeah, obviously.
It's literally the day after.
Yeah, but they have 1 day, so it'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
How do you guys feel about the kids? I actually really like them. I like all the designs. I think they're fun.
Our fucking junkie kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bold choice.
Yeah, that was fucking.
It's bold, but I dig it.
Yeah, I really liked it.
They're okay.
I think they're very likable.
I don't really care about the 3, supporting ones.
But the main character, Sachio, yeah. Or the
one,
leader.
he's pretty good. Mm-hmm. I like him.
Since we never watched this show called Ashita no Joe, which is a really old show it translates to Tomorrow's Joe. That's what this is kind of based off of, and it's also like the 50th anniversary, and they're doing this as a love letter to the show. Yeah. They have a lot of references to it, and one of the references is that hat that Sachio wears is the hat that Joe wears in the original show. Same style.
Oh, interesting.
Also, a bunch of other like design choices are very similar. Something else that was cool was, did you guys see the cross in the 3rd episode?
Cross?
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
the
there's
one
a cross,
in the car, right?
Yeah, and there's a Spanish written over it. That translates to God squeezes, but he doesn't strangle. So
Huh.
there you go.
Huh.
You know, it's.
Wait.
They do a lot of that. Like,
Where
there's
was
a lot
it?
of like the graffiti choices are very like
Mhm.
poignant.
Yep.
Like
Where
when
was
they're
it
talking
crossed?
about like when they're talking about Joe entering Megalobox, there's like graffiti on the wall behind you that says like
Dead or something.
there's one that says dead, and there's another one that says God. It's something with like it's either do not enter or like
I think it's
danger to those who enter or
I
something
think it's
like that.
Also, same thing with the sign with one way. Signs are really important. Like
Yeah.
things with writing on them in the show. I really think that's fucking cool. But yeah, sorry, Alex. It's God squeezes, but he doesn't strangle. Is
Yeah,
what
where
it
is
translates
that?
to. It's on the cross. I think 8th minute when they're waiting in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that scene, which has something else that I was pointing out when I was looking at the Reddit thread. Right after that cross is a cut to Yuri, like with his hands draped over the rope in the boxing in the boxing ring, so he looks like he's on the cross.
Jesus.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
No way.
Someone made a cool observation that he's either the cross or he's Jesus, and Joe would if Yuri in this case is the cross, then Joe would be Jesus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, just a fun little thing
Either
there.
or.
I
Which
forgot.
means that Joe loses in the end.
Yes, Joe just sacrifices himself.
Right.
Yeah.
Joe goes to die on the cross.
Yep.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if that happens, this is very good foreshadowing. Like phenomenal
That would
foreshadowing.
be really amazing.
I'd be okay with like. I don't want Joe to die, obviously, because I think he's an
Oh.
interesting character, and I'd like to see more. But I mean,
Another wait, Jeffrey.
that would be awesome to see.
I think you'll be sad to hear that another trope in Ashton and Joe is that there's a death in the ring, at some point in the story.
I mean, Jeff, you
That's not
saw
surprising.
the fat dude's gear, right?
He has to use boxing gloves though.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he does have to. Everybody
Like
has to use
in the actual
boxing
tournament, it
gloves.
has to be
That
boxing gloves.
doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean a lot,
thing.
but I would not be surprised if at the very end it's like Joe wins Megalobox by knockout on Yuri and then dies. Like they go with like the double cross, like they both go for the right hand cross.
Yeah.
And one of them's left standing, but it's essentially knocked out on your
Or
feet.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double. Yeah, I kinda-
Double
I
cross
can
is one of
see-
the
double
things he
knockout.
learns in the original
Yeah.
show.
Let's see.
Something we haven't talked about yet, because I really want to talk about it, and I'll gush because of it. It's the fucking music. Oh my god, I love the fucking soundtrack for this show.
It's so good.
So fucking great. I told you guys the first
So
episode, the show, the soundtrack was great, and then you guys didn't notice it.
I noticed it.
I didn't notice it in the first episode.
I
noticed
didn't
it
say
in the
anything.
second.
That's why, because I wasn't.
You
Yeah,
were
'cause
not.
you hadn't
yeah.
watched it yet.
Yeah, fucking the music is so good.
It's
I
phenomenal.
noticed it first episode. I love it.
I really like. Jeffrey, would you agree with me saying this? In the second episode, when they have that short 1 minute-ish section in the middle of this episode where where the kid is listening to their tape recorder, that felt very Adult Swim. Like I feel like if they just cut that part out and just put it into an Adult Swim commercial slot, it would fit 100%.
Really?
Yeah, it had major nostalgia throwback
He's talking about
to
the
that.
scene with like the hip hop song in it.
No,
Yeah.
I know that. I'm just surprised you didn't just go straight to Guardians.
Not really. Guardians of the Galaxy was more 80s pop.
Yeah, seriously.
No, just
Yeah.
because of the record tape.
The Walkman.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like the Walkman is pretty iconic though. As like even like a '90s thing. Walkmans
Yeah.
were still kind of a
Yeah.
thing. I guess technically they'd moved on to whatever CD players in the '90s.
No,
but
because CD players would skip if you walk with them. I think Walkman were still very, very popular.
Yeah.
okay.
I
But
think,
yeah, so, like,
zero
I
to
would
one.
I would agree.
It was more the
say-
music taste though.
Yeah.
Like Guardians was definitely like '80s, like
Yeah, 80s
not
pop.
disco music, but like dance music.
Mhm.
It was like pop hits, whereas this was definitely like hip hop.
Yeah, chill lo-fi beats that you go on those live streams.
Dude had some solid rhymes though.
Yeah, he did. Or she did. Was it he or she?
I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Whoever
Anyways.
it was, they had some solid rhymes. They had a good rhyme scheme going, and I liked that they were not just rhyming at the ends. They were rhyming words
Throughout
the whole
the-
way through. Yeah, so they were relying on like the same. I don't know if it's like a thing in Japanese or it's just
It's
there are
harder to
more
rhyme in Japanese, I
vowel
think.
sounds. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of times in which the same vowel sounds come up like in a row.
I think that most has to do with like inflection sometimes though. Like even in rap, even if it doesn't rhyme, if it still has a good flow to it, it'll just feel like it fits.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more thinking of like the way that like Eminem does it, where like you can break down his rhymes and he's not just rhyming the ends of lines, but he's using like
Parts
a lot
of
of the same word, like a lot of the same words with a lot of the same vowel like syllables in them. In
sounds.
like the very similar orders throughout his, so it sounds like the entire song is rhyming to itself.
Yeah,
they were doing something very similar with this, and I was enjoying it. It was a very good song.
When I first saw the billboard sign, I thought it was a reference to Blade Runner, because of just the name.
What?
I thought it was a reference to Blade Runner, because something very similar happens in 2049, where he's walking down a street and he sees a big billboard, except this one is also part hologram, and this is where you learn about the origin of the name Joe, which is the same thing that happens here, except in this case it's because it's a reference to the original show and not Blade Runner. But yeah.
Sometimes I'm sad that there's not more like references to like our culture in anime, because I see things where I'm like, this is to be the perfect reference to this thing, but obviously it's not a thing in Japan, so it never happened.
Well,
and
even
so
then,
this came out.
There's very few. It's usually like music or like movies.
Yeah, it's more like a
But,
movie
like,
music, like Hollywood actors kind of thing than anything.
apparently Ore has a lot of references to Terminator.
Ore?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to rewatch it, but
Really?
I've seen people point out a lot of references to Terminator.
I haven't been paying attention.
I guess I wasn't paying attention either.
I'll rewatch it and then
Basically, I won't notice until they do this. Somebody dies in lava, and you just like the
Oh my God.
thumbs
Thumbs
come
up.
up.
It's gonna be one of the squirrels to his other squirrel friends.
One of the squirrel friends just get pushed in lava.
Yep.
One thumb up. No, I was one of the shows that I've been watching recently. I was telling Brandon. I've been watching The Disastrous Life of Psyche K recently. It's a great comedy show. I've been enjoying it. It's somewhat similar in comedy style to...
This one.
I would say like kind of like Devil's a Part-Timer.
Is it? Damn.
Kind of. It's got like, crazy character in real life situations, just trying to like, get along and survive, and the comedy that ensues through that. But anyways, the reason that I bring this up was because at a certain point in, I think, the second season, they introduce a new character who's supposed to be like this rich guy. And so it's just like him in the limo, and he's talking about like, I'm such a winner. I just win all the time. I'm just the best winner. People love me winning. And I'm like, it's Trump. It's Trump Jr. Please just be Trump. And it's not, but I was so like, it's gotta be Trump. Like, this is a Trump illusion.
Did it not even do the whole toupee thing?
No, it didn't. Like,
What?
it was not Trump at all.
Oh my God.
And like I don't know if it's like, I'm still trying to figure out if it's like the guy, like the writer is like doing it on purpose, but then not like selling out all the way into the, because they make a Frozen illusion at one point.
Oh.
Like it snows, and one of the other characters goes to the main character's house, and he's like, "Come outside, open the door, play with me. The sun's up. The cold won't bother us anyways." And I'm just like, "What am I watching?"
Oh, Nick, that just rocked Nick's socks off.
Oh, so. But it's been a good show, and I'm sad that there are not more American illusions in anime.
Speaking of, what about the other show you're watching? The
3D Kanojo?
3D Kanojo?
Yeah, 3D Kanjo.
In my opinion, it got much better on the third episode.
I did watch it. I watched the episode, Brandon.
And how do you see why I like it more?
I think I do.
Okay.
I think I understand now why you liked this episode more than the other two.
It was also a lot more melancholic. Not melancholic.
Yeah, it did a much better job at, It did a much better job at like expressing emotion than the other two did, where I think the other two relied a little bit more on like the very like overt reactions that you weren't a huge fan of. Whereas this one was a much more like calm, cool-headed discussion of emotions.
I'm not a fan of it in like kind of more dramatic shows where they're trying to actually, express emotion. Like I'm okay in comedies where overabundance of emotion is like part of the comedy, and this one like it's not part of it. It's part. It's supposed to be trying to be a bit serious, and it kind of gets muddled, in my opinion. But yeah, I feel like this episode was a lot better. It was a lot nicer, except for one thing. Fucking the new girl, when she like falls on the banana, I thought she was her boyfriend or her girlfriend, his girlfriend, and I was really confused until like the part where you see them both together, and I'm like, oh, they're different characters.
Yeah.
Their hair color.
We just saw the girlfriend, so we knew that she didn't have a ponytail.
I wasn't paying attention.
You are not a great watcher.
Either that, or I think,
not.
or I paid attention to everything. Anyways, I think she was in the same shot in that part. Like, there's a ponytail girl, and his girlfriend is there. I think I was looking at the ponytail girl, and I was wondering why her mouth wasn't moving.
God, you suck.
Anyways, also the banana thing, I thought it was kind of funny. It was just a weird thing. I don't know why they did it.
Kind of bizarre.
It was really weird.
It kind of like, I don't know. It didn't go with anything else.
Yeah, like, were they gonna play off of it? Were they just gonna mention that a banana was there? Why? Of all the gags, why a banana?
Gag.
Yeah. They did it, and I liked it, so yeah, not too mad. Also, I noticed, the guy's headphones. I have those headphones. The brand they're making fun of. I have those headphones.
Which headphones? Which characters?
Audio Technica. He's got that triangle symbol. It's on my headphones. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. It's really funny when I noticed that. Yeah, Fujikana Joe. If you guys want to watch it, I would say go for it. I like the third episode. I hope it maintains it.
Why is that a thing in anime?
What?
Like the let's use like almost real brands thing.
I'm pretty sure
like every show has some version of McDonald's that's not quite McDonald's.
Because they're making fun of it, though.
It's not because
they're never making fun of it.
It's like actually,
they're just
It might have something to do with like licensing issues in Japan.
But like, why did they use like almost McDonald's?
Because it's a recognizable brand.
Why don't they just do like the burger place?
It's just because it's recognizable. Like, you know what it is without them telling you it's that thing.
I mean, but they could just as well do like burger restaurant.
Or just like random restaurant.
Burger fast food restaurant. They don't need to know it's McDonald's.
I don't know, man.
They don't really... I doubt it's like, hey, we're hip with the kids.
I think it's...
I mean, but it's been going on for so long that I refuse to believe
it has to be like some sponsor things, like, hey...
No, if it was a sponsor, then they would actually use the real name.
Yeah.
I will keep with my statement, and it's that it's a recognizable brand. They don't want to use the brand because they probably get sued for it. I don't know why, because it's free fucking advertising, but whatever. So they just use something similar.
They can't do anything creative with it. Like, if McDonald's doesn't like what they're saying, they want to sue. So it's not necessarily just free advertising.
Yeah, it depends. Like, if the show's about like kicking children, and you see McDonald's in the background.
Yeah. You can't exactly use, like, Chick-fil-A, and then also in a show. You couldn't have Chick-fil-A in essentially.
Oh, that'd be funny, though.
The CEO would throw, like, a fucking fit about that.
No. It's only when guys do it. If girls do it, it's okay. Another show I'm watching is Hinamatsuri, which is about a Yakuza member who has to inadvertently adopt a girl with Esper powers because she just magically shows up in his living room.
Oh.
And it is a great mix of comedy and less comedic moments. It's not dramatic, but it's got like those more serious parts to it. Where like one of the girls becomes homeless. Well, she's another Esper. She becomes homeless after telling everyone that she was going to leave and go back to her world. But her like teleportation device stops working, so now she has to just stay on Earth. So she becomes homeless because she doesn't want anyone to know that she's staying there. Okay. And she like learns how to be homeless by being adopted by like 7 homeless people. So she just lives in their little camp, and like they're all her grandpa. She's got 7 grandpas.
All right then.
It was a very nice moment. Also, standout. is the animation. I started watching it. The first 2 minutes, I was like, wow, this looks so much better than I ever imagined. For some reason, this show looks really fucking good. It also, like, moves really fucking well. So, Jeffrey, if you want something that looks nice, you should watch it. It's got similar kind of things to Mob Psycho, but not too much. I don't know, just fucking watch it. Great show.
How's Cutie Honey or whatever?
Oh my god.
That good?
The first scene is a woman walking to her pool. And there's like 20 different women just like fucking each other in like nearby and in the pool.
Oh, okay.
And I was like struck by how just blatant it was. Because I thought this was like kind of a show for like Saturday morning cartoon show. And when I was going through the comments, people were like, yeah, it used to be. I was like, what the fuck? Why is this a Saturday morning cartoon? Because 2 minutes later, two like old ladies are actually having sex in a courtyard of the school. Like they're actually naked and having sex. Which was not even the strangest thing that happened in this episode, where one girl like breaks the rules for school, so she gets whipped with an actual whip. All her clothes fall off for some fucking reason. But then the main character was like, yo, I'm gonna let you deal with that, and I'm gonna go do my main character stuff somewhere else. She comes back at the end of the episode to find out where the girl went because she got punished. She opens the room, and she's just there with a bunch of like, she's like tied up, roped up against the bed with like whip welts all over her body. And then she just proceeds to tickle her, and everything's like happy and fun. And I'm wondering why the fuck she's tied up to a bed with whip welts all over her. They don't mention it. It's just something that happens apparently at the school.
Okay.
It was a sobering thought, knowing that anime was just always garbage to begin with. So yeah, always garbage.
Time to start that up.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna keep watching this show.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Very weird.
I need something to, like, right after Devilman Crybaby.
It's not like Devilman Crybaby good, though. Like, that show was actually good. This is just garbage. It's nice looking garbage.
Do you know who you're talking to?
I'm just saying, don't expect it to become Devilman Crybaby.
I'm not. I'm expecting fucking, Arrow manga.
I wouldn't even say it. I don't watch it. I wouldn't say it like that though.
Not that garbage.
It's more like High School DxD Light. Nah. Except there's no guy main character. They're all just girls.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, all the villains are girls. I think there's like a couple of guy side characters. It also has a very old school look to it, which I'm really digging. It looks kind of cool in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks cool. Oh, right, Nick, the license plates.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was told to remind you of bumper stickers.
Yeah, bumper stickers, license plate. I'll get into that in a second. The last 2 weeks, I have seen some very disconcerting bumper stickers when I was driving to work and from work, and I don't know what to make of it. So I'm going to go from least shocking to most shocking. Least shocking. I was driving to work, and there was like this blue car. I don't remember what it was, but it had a lot of bumper stickers, but one struck out because it was very red on a blue car. So I was like, oh damn, it's very visible, and it's a red light. It's about to turn green, so I just turn over to look at it, and I don't process what it says first. So I look back to see if the light turns green, and it has. So I start, moving forward, and then my mind's like, wait a minute, something felt off about that bumper sticker. So I looked back for like 2 seconds and quickly read it. It said, apathy equals consent. And after that, I was like, wait, what does that mean? Because that can mean a lot of things, and not a lot of those things aren't okay. But yeah, apathy equals consent. I was looking for like the slash, that like the not equals, because I'm pretty sure that's how it works, but I didn't see it. So yeah, whoever had that bumper sticker, if you don't say no, then it's consent? Is that what they're trying to go for? I don't know. But that's what I got from that bumper sticker. The next one was I was at Giant and I was gonna go get some food or some ice cream because I really want a fucking ice cream, and something similar happens after I leave. I'm starting to pull out of the the parking lot, and I once again notice a sticker, and I quickly read it, and I'm like, okay, it's just some random organization, and then I remember something. I recall an episode of South Park where in this episode, Cartman wants to feel like a man. Wants to feel like an adult, or wants to feel more mature than the other ones. So he goes on to online chatting apps and says, "Hi, I'm a 10-year-old boy looking to meet older men." And this episode is about NAMBLA. If you don't know what that is the North American Man-Boy Love Association. And they believe, just like the Greeks, that it's okay to fuck little boys.
Okay.
Back to the bumper sticker. It was a bumper sticker for NAMBLA. NAMBLA. NAMBLA.
Uh-huh.
I turned around and it said NAMBLA, and I just turned my head and I just kept driving. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna pretend like this weirdo doesn't live in my neighborhood.
You didn't go back and confirm that it was the
I did. I turned my head as I was like,
go up to him and ask him, "Hey, what does that mean?"
No, I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not tucking this man." Yeah, like,
where do I sign
Yeah,
up?
he'd probably see you and he'd say, "Too old, sorry."
No, he wasn't in the car. This was like as I was pulling out of the driveway, so it was a parked car. And then as I was driving like to the road, I turned my head around to make sure like it's what I saw, and yes, it was a NAMBLA sticker. So he's
Oh wow.
flying high and proud. But I don't think that's as shocking as whatever the fuck I saw when I was like driving my mom home. It wasn't even a fucking bumper sticker. It was a piece of cardboard like drilled into the license plate, like under it. So you have the license plate, and then under it is this cardboard, and it said, sex is a word that was in that cardboard was sex with children is okay.
What?
And that was the cardboard.
How was that car?
I don't
still
fucking know.
and
I was
not,
driving.
like, destroyed?
Like, I looked at it, turned my head, saw that the light was green again, and I was like, wait a minute, something didn't feel right. I really quickly turned around. I had like someone honk to me to keep going, because I was processing what the fuck I just fucking saw. And I just I bolted. I was like, oh my god.
It just
What's
said
going
sex
on?
with children is okay.
It said sex with children, and then a phrase that they didn't say was bad. I specifically remember a word that was like a positive word. And it was something like okay. So yeah, those were some very weird things. Yeah. Fucking weird.
Are you sure it wasn't like socks for children?
I really
Dobby
hope...
approves.
I hope that's what it said, and that's what I'm gonna tell myself what it said.
It was socks, but spelled SOX.
Yeah, give kids socks.
Give kids socks.
Yep, that's what it said. And
Please, thank you.
Yep. This was also
Dobby is a free house elf.
This was like a really old-looking car.
So basically what you're saying it's like the pedo van. It was the pedo
It was a pedo van. Yep, it was a pedo beater.
God, talking about fucking not bumper stickers, but just people driving. Jesus Christ, did I have to witness I have had to witness some of the dumbest fucking individuals ever. Driving. It's literally like a 10-minute drive from where I live to where I work on campus. Mm-hmm. It's all industrial. It's all residential roads. Still, I just encountered some of the dumbest motherfuckers in existence. I swear to God. So I'm driving behind. It's like a 1980 Lincoln Town Car kind of looking thing. Mm-hmm. It's the kind of thing that you would see on cinder blocks in the hood, missing a tire. Uh-huh. It's got the rust stain. It's got the discoloration from it looks like shit. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Motherfucker is in the right-hand lane. We're coming up to light, and we have to make a gentle turn, and then we have to make a gentle right into a gentle left into where the light is. Going through that right-hand curve, he comes from the right-hand lane and slowly kind of just at 1 foot per second, moves over into the left lane, and then we make the left kind of bank, and he slides back into the right lane, and then immediately takes the right-hand turn at the light. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. You were the dumbest person I have ever met. You just went from lane to turning like a fucking idiot. You didn't pass anybody. You just took up space.
Maybe he thought like he was supposed to go straight. I don't know.
I don't know.
Sometimes that happens. Like I won't fault anyone for going to a lane, forgetting that they were in the right lane to begin with and going back. I won't fault anyone for that.
It was just watching him do it like in these turns. It looked like he was just turning like too much and going into my lane, and then turning too much and going into the other lane again.
One thing that does piss me off though is like when they're trying to like merge into a lane, and then for like longer than they should be, they're in both lanes and they can't fucking choose. Like,
oh my god, if you're riding the line, I'm just like, I hate you. You're the worst.
Like, you're going left into the left lane. Just like commit. Like, there's no one's gonna stop you. You've got all the fucking space in the fucking world. Just fucking go. Instead,
it's not even if you have the space. It's when you've got your tires over the line, like you're in the space.
Yeah,
literally,
just
no one
commit.
else can occupy that space because you're already occupying it. But you're still doing that merge at like 1 foot per second, or like not even 1 foot per second, like half a foot per second. As you're just sitting there like halfway in my lane, halfway in the other lane for like 20 seconds, and I'm like, just get the fuck out of my way so I can drive.
Yep. Although I do kind of the opposite, where I'll put my blinker on for like a second or two, and then I'm like, oh, that's good enough, and I'll just get into the other lane. I should really do it for longer. But yeah, I switch lanes really faster than I should.
Sometimes I wonder, because I hit my blinker, and then I immediately, with the same motion, I just reverse it and turn it off. Turn it on long enough for it to actually blinker.
Yeah, like you like put it, and you're like, oh, that's good enough.
I just do the hand motion. I don't know if it actually, like, my car produces the blinker.
I mean, I hear the blink, so maybe it should, be visibly there.
I hear the noise. I'm not certain that it actually produces the light, but I hear the noise, so I'm assuming it did it.
That's good enough for me. Oh, itchy.
People haven't yelled at me yet.
Yep.
People haven't followed me in my car to fight me yet, I should say.
Was there anything else I wanted to talk about?
Is there anything else?
I don't think so.
Are any of you guys watching My Hero Academia?
Yo, the opening fucking sucks. I hate it.
It sucks. Holy
not as
shit.
good.
I'm not.
Yeah, because you already read it.
I already read it.
It's
Although, the ending of this past episode with like the rock song and like all the villains like lining up for their like shot. God damn, that was like flashbacks to Naruto. I fucking loved it. I was like having strong nostalgia flashbacks.
Were you?
Yeah, to like 9 o'clock at night on a Saturday night when I'm in my bed watching Naruto.
Ooh.
Oh my god, I was like, this takes me back.
Snuggled up with your Sasuke body pillow.
Actually, it was a Shikamaru body pillow, sir. I'm a man of taste.
You were meant to taste.
Yeah. I like my boys to have emotions. That's why I chose Shikamaru.
Shikamaru has no emotion.
Actually, I recently rewatched like the filler episode.
Sasuke only has emotions. He's just all emotions all the time.
He's only got one emotion. That's angst.
He had sadness too.
Yeah.
All the
There was a lot of
negative ones.
sadness, anger, resentment.
Have YouTube.
He probably has
Boruto?
love emotions for Naruto that he's attributing to like hatred.
Yep. What was that, Alex?
Are you guys been keeping up with Boruto?
I kind of am. He just met Sasuke finally. We're on the movie arc.
Oh, are you? Okay. Because like
We're getting
I
up to the
saw
part where
that
Sasuke
tweet
decides that he
oh,
likes
episode,
Boruto
like,
more than his own
54.
daughter.
Yep, he's gonna adopt Boruto.
Yep.
What was that, Alex?
It was like, oh, it's episode 54 or something like that. It's like,
Yep.
I prefer
one day I'll
60s.
get on this.
There's some parts you can skip. Like there's some parts that just like it's just kind of character building.
Have we entered filler arcs?
No, well, the whole thing is basically filler. Like there's no actual like plot to it. Like they're just whatever they're writing is canon. It's
Yeah.
not technically filler, but there's stuff you can skip.
Okay.
Like there was this one episode where you kind of just fuck around with like the 3-girl squad, and they put on like animal costumes to catch animals, and that's the episode. Also, one of the girls her power is to cry.
Solid.
Yeah, her
Best
power is to cry.
I feel like they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel with some of like the other classmates' powers.
They're pretty fucking stupid. Oh my god. Remember...
I mean, they just need to fill out like the ranks to the fucking Genin, and so they're like, what's a suitable like Genin power that can explain why we'll never see him again once we go to Chunin? And they're just like, she can cry really loud. Good enough.
Fucking remember that one kid who's like got like the boogers all the time from the first Naruto?
What?
Fucking
Boogers?
the booger kid.
I do not.
God, what?
Oh,
he's friends
was
with
he Konohamaru's teammate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, one of the younger kids. I
He still has that power. He can make like snot crystals. That is his jutsu.
Not
so
attractive.
Dumb. On the other hand, the girl, she can use wood style, which isn't a sexual or like something sexual. She can actually use wood style.
That's okay.
Yeah. So she'll probably become like ridiculous overpowered because.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For whatever fucking reason, wood literally beats everything, even fire. So yeah,
wood was like OP.
Yeah, wood
just had like fucking crazy abilities.
It did.
Wasn't wood style technically the fucking the rejuvenation one where they used to bring back the 2 dead bodies of the Hokages?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was a wood style release.
Mm-hmm.
They had like fucking broken ass shit.
It did.
Meanwhile, all fire style has is like increasingly large. I blow fire out of my mouth abilities.
This fireball is a little bit bigger than the last one.
This fireball's bigger. This one's hotter.
This one can't stop burning.
This one I shoot 3 in a triangle formation.
Oh,
This one's purple as I shoot it as an arrow.
actually, real quick,
Yeah.
in Mahosho's site, the lights in I think it was in one of the I think it was either the hospital or the convention center. They look like the Sharingan symbols, the little 6s. Did you guys notice that?
No.
I did not.
No.
They vaguely look. I'm gonna post a picture later, but they kind of look like
Tomoe
6s.
from Sharingan.
Yeah, the Tomoe. It looked like Tomoe's. Which, if I'm right, it's kind of cool. But anyways, yeah. If you want to watch Boruto, skip some episodes. Just watch all the cool shit. Actually,
Yeah.
just watch the New arc because that has like the best animation, and then watch the Sakura fight because that's the only fight she's ever gonna get.
Yep.
Ever. Fuck, that
Sakura,
fight was
she's
so
relevant.
cool.
She was a useful member of Team 7.
I am now on the same level as these 2 other guys.
She's
Jokes to tell
officially
yourself
called
at
a
night.
Sanin. Isn't she? She's officially a Sanin, I think.
She could be so cool. She's basically invincible, but they didn't fucking do anything with her. God damn it.
She's air quotes Sanin.
Yeah.
She was like the pity member of Team 7.
Let's hope that fucking
Sai, let's be more of a team member than you.
hey, Sai was the fucking actual Sanin. Let's hope Salad doesn't inherit her mother's uselessness.
I mean, she's not going to inherit anything from her father, who's giving it to Boruto.
I really hope she gets like Sage Mode or something from Naruto. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be ridiculous.
It'd be fucking awesome.
If she whips out Sage.
Would she be like a Snake Sage? Because what's his face already has that.
Kabuto?
Or Orochimaru's kid.
Orochimaru?
Yeah.
Yeah, he already has Snake Mode.
He does? Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I can't wait till she gets fucking Susanoo. That's gonna be a day.
Is she?
I fucking hope she does. Oh, $5 says her dad's gonna die. That's how she unlocks Susanoo. She takes the Rinnegan. Boom. I already wrote her arc.
Sasuke dies, she takes the Rinnegan out of Sasuke, puts herself and gets Susanoo.
Yep. And then she gets the other side, gets the Rinnegan too. So now she's got both of them.
She's got both eyes Rinnegan.
Yep.
That would be a little bit too much.
Her power is to literally become God.
Yeah.
She makes
It's actually the world just resets itself. She becomes Madara.
No, she resets herself, and the
cycle
first episode of
repeats.
Naruto starts.
Yeah. She just resets the series.
It's an endless loop.
It would be the greatest time loop.
I dig it.
Salad resets the time loop. Salad is actually Madara. Madara was a girl the whole time.
God.
Oh God.
That reminds me of that like one image where it's Pain being controlled by Toby, who's being controlled by Madara, who's being controlled by Kaguya, and then they just keeps going up and up and up. I wonder if I can find it. I'll show you guys later. It was funny shit. But anyways, I'd like to sell out to Bandai because they make Gunpla, and I'm gonna start falling into the hole soon.
They make
Yay.
what?
They make Gunpla, the little Gundam models. That's
Oh,
what they're called.
You finally have enough money coming in that you're going to accept your fucking addiction to
Want something
Gundam
to
models.
Yeah, I ordered the Granddaddy Gundam, the RX-78. So that's gonna be coming, I think, Tuesday. So I'll start building it then.
I'm probably gonna buy Heavy sometime soon as
Heavy
well.
arms,
Yeah, my boy.
dude. If I buy one from Wing, it might be Wing or Death Scythe. Maybe Sandrock. I really like Sandrock.
Hey, you have all the money you could ever want
Right now, yeah.
and extra.
Do
Hey,
you?
get that master grade.
The RX-78 is master grade. I want to get a perfect grade Exia because it
Yeah,
actually looks
perfect
so
grade. Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
nice. Yeah, I don't pay rent, so I pay for
How long
other
have you
stuff.
been working?
I've gotten 3 paychecks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't remember when it's been so long since I got paid. They had to screen my check. Message came in.
Oh yeah, that was about a month ago. That was annoying.
That was. Oh, when you sent that, that was amazing.
That was fucking stupid, but that's solved. Oh, I didn't have to deal with the IRS, and I had to call them. They're like, "Yo, what's the social security number?" I was like, "Ah, fuck, I have to do this." So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to one of your like actual building centers to do this because I don't want to give my social security out over the phone. So I called the hotline to set up the appointment. May 17th was the earliest they could take me, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna call them and give them all my fucking information. I don't really give a shit at this point. If they're gonna steal my identity, I've fallen for the scam. That's completely fine with me. So yeah, I did that, and now hopefully get my fucking tax return soon. Or I'll get my credit just starts plummeting because it gets pinged so much. We'll see what happens.
Probably that.
Yeah, but I had to call them, so it's more likely that it was actually legitimate. Remember, kids, if IRS calls you, just hang up.
Yeah.
Actually, if anyone calls me, I just hang up. Like, someone called me, they're like, hey, we're with, like, this so-and-so. I'm like, oh, nope, I don't know you. So I just hung up. Jeffrey, can you do my taxes next year?
Yeah, sure.
He could
Yes.
hire you.
I'll give you $10. $10.
Oh, boy. $10.
$10.
Give you my unending appreciation.
Yeah, because I won't be able to do my tax returns for free next year.
I'm gonna let you know, like, if you have TurboTax made it so fucking easy for me.
Yep.
I use H&R Block,
it-
but if you make less than a certain amount of money, H&R Block will do it for free. Like, we'll let you use their software for free.
Oh, shit.
I believe the cutoff is 68,000 or 60,000. So yeah, if you're looking for some for doing your taxes like in the future, you can do it for free with like almost any of the tax software if you make below 60,000 or something. They've got the terms on their like website. And also if you make less than 68,000, you can always file your taxes for free. Like if you did it on your own.
Solid.
Yep. They're e-file, I mean, not mailing it. You always have to buy the postage, but still, e-file, free. You don't have to buy $30 every year. That's my life pro tip.
Oh, thank you for that PSA.
Yep.
I gotta find out who I want to sell.
Yeah, I feel like I knew earlier in the night, and I've since forgotten, and I did not write it down. Like a schmuck.
I'll sell out to Funko Pops because new Overwatch Funko Pops are out, and I need to buy that Junkrat and Roadhog.
Yeah. Do you have any of the Overwatch pops?
Hell no.
I have
I
a
have
couple.
one.
Because like,
Don't you have Diva?
I do have Diva.
Okay.
yeah, I thought about getting Diva, but was like, nah, I don't really play her. But then it's like, oh, Junkrat and Roadhog coming out. Okay, I'll probably get those.
Every piece of Overwatch merch I have, I think, is Diva related.
Yeah.
I have the
Alright.
Diva Funko Pop, and I have the Diva Pill Bug.
Yeah.
You know, there's an event going on in Overwatch right now.
I do.
Oh, I thought it was over.
No,
Oh, it's
I
due
think
the
still going.
30th.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the
It's-
Uprising.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or technically it's Archives now, I think that's what it's called.
something story based.
Yeah, I think they've changed the name to Archives because Uprising was the first event, and the second one has like a different title, and so the overall like story-based events are now called Archives because it's, you know, tales from the Overwatch archives. I really wish I could remember. I really wish I could remember who I wanted to sell out to. I'm kind of upset that I forgot. So instead, I will. What do I want to sell out to?
I'll sell out to Hulu for making it so I don't have to go on any sketchy websites to watch My Hero Academia. That's nice. That's a very convenient thing. So thank you, Hulu. Please sponsor me.
Just
You,
though, not
you,
Netflix.
Just me.
This is, sir,
It's
this
just
is a
Jeffrey.
podcast as a group. I am annoyed with you.
Well, don't you already have Hulu?
Shut up. Yes, I do.
I mean,
But
So
then I could get it
understand
for
that
free.
There will never be any sponsors to this podcast.
we can all we could be like our own like esports team. Have different
Have different jerseys. Everybody makes
have
their own.
jerseys. Have everyone, different sponsors.
That shit would be.
Alice gonna be
thing.
Alice gonna be rocking that Faku on his chest.
Oh hell yeah! Zone archives right in the center.
If we were NASCAR, Alex would be driving the N hentai car. Just slap the red N in the bat wings. He's good to go.
Jeffrey
Hey,
would
sell it to
have
them.
his was it Stormtrooper Covenant. Whatever.
501st Legion.
501st Legion, yeah.
I think I saw some
I
like.
should probably do that.
What would you do, Nick?
What if we had to do NASCAR?
Just like sponsor jersey.
What would my main sponsor
Yeah.
be? What would my main sponsor be? Depending on, assuming it's for book club, I would probably try and get like,
Because the easiest one is the flaky chocolate bar, right?
Cadbury Flake chocolate bar.
Yeah, that's the go-to.
I would fucking, if Cadbury approached me and they were like, "Hey, we will pay you money and just wear our name on your chest," I'd be like, "Done, pay me a chocolate." I will be
Now,
the
okay.
fattest motherfucker in existence, but I
Yeah.
would be so happy.
Can
not
you really
that.
eat like more than one Cadbury like cream egg?
Not
They
well,
do other
no.
stuff other than
Cadbury
that.
cream eggs, no, you would die.
Yeah, you would die very fast. So if I said I could do one.
It's like
Like
those
a-
old they don't sell them anymore, but the Girl Scouts used to sell these like mint. I think they were mint brownies. I want to say is what they were,
Ooh.
but they were like brownie. I want to say they were mint brownie bites, and so it was like they were like the size of like a tag along. They were like palm. They were like, you know, not palm size, but they were like, you know, maybe like an inch and a half across. I think they were square, so it was they were an inch and a half in every direction. And they weren't really thick too. They were only like maybe a third of an inch thick or so, maybe a quarter of an inch. You could eat literally 2 of these things. If you ate any more than that, you would throw up.
Oh god.
Like it was a scientific fact that it was like everybody who was like, "Oh yeah, they're pretty good." You eat exactly 2, and you're like, "All right, that's it. No more. I cannot eat another one." If you ate a third mint chocolate brownie, you died. You went and threw up immediately. That shit was like reactive in your stomach with itself. It reached critical mass, and you just had to get it back out.
But if not Cadbury, who?
If not Cadbury, who would I sell out to? I'd probably sell out to like. I'd probably go with like a classic and sell out to ArenaNet so I could rock the OG Guild Wars logo.
Ah, nice.
Be like, I sold my soul to you guys already once. Just let's make it official. Just slap your branded into my skin. Wear that shit till I die. They already owned me for so long.
Actually, speaking of sponsors, do you think Junk Dog's gonna get a sponsor?
Probably not. It
Oh.
doesn't seem
I don't
like
think
it's
he's
like
good.
as big a thing in megaloboxing.
I guess so, but like, yeah, I was just saying, like, if he gets in the top 4, it wouldn't be unsurprising if he got like a sponsored gear.
He actually might if just get like better gear.
I'm still waiting until we see like Yuri come into the ring rocking like the Team Money team hat. Floyd Mayweather's in the background.
Oh, Brandon, what about you? Main sponsor.
Oh my god, I had something for this. Good Smile. Then I just have a bunch of fucking figures everywhere.
Yeah, Good Smile's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
My logo would just be like, it would be. My car would have
a version of you.
No, my car would have as a hood ornament a figure of some random anime girl, just like hot glued on there.
Ooh.
Oh.
Please have mercy on yourself.
Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if you're interested or not, Nick. They're coming out with was it a Mordred Nendoroid?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Pre-order's still going on until like August, I believe.
But do they have a Genji Figma coming out? Or maybe
I
it's
thought they were producing a Bishojo figurine for Archer Rin. Looked nice as fuck, but it was like $250 or something.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
But,
you
mean,
can
it's,
afford it.
Archer Rin. I just got like $1,300 back in my tax return. Let me drop like a third of that on a Bishojo figurine that I will not display publicly.
Just have a display case with like
It's like a revolving display case, so I can
that's
flip
not
it around. Science textbooks.
Oh, that is not what I was looking for.
Yeah, I mean, it's the better alternative to like I bring some lady back to my room and she's just like, "What's all this fucking like random weeb shit on your desk?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Please don't.
Do you just want to show yourself to the door now, or?
Please, just let this happen.
Displayed it proudly in the shadows.
Dude, yeah, it's a whole fucking power move. Just get one of your figures, like slap that shit right there and be like,
move. It is not a power move. It is in no way a power move. That's a wizard move right there.
Some dark arts.
That is how Brandon ensures you will become a wizard.
But hey, the one who's like, yeah, I don't mind is like Keeper.
No.